Okay, we'll try this again. Morning, Martin. Hey, Gene. Don't know what happened there a minute ago. It just wasn't broadcasting right. Hey, Susan. Hey, Christine. Hey, Dina and Karen. Hey, Luann. Working from home today. Hey, Karen. Hey, Ann. Hey, Luann. Morning, Ava.
Earl Father Hines carries on now and presents Leroy Harris to sing Teacher's Pet.
Hey, Georgia. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Don. Hey, Tony. Hey, Bridget. I'm about as dapper as you can look in a jean jacket anyway. Gene, yeah, I'm feeling okay. I just figured I'd give myself an easy day. Hey, Marie. Hey, Tato. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dory and Kathy. Hey, all. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Bella. Yeah, we got some storms coming in here. I don't think it started raining here yet. But if it's in Joliet, we'll get it in a few minutes. Hey, Kate. Shabbat Shalom, Elaine. Good Shabbos. Hey, Beth. Hey, Grandma Bell. My throat's my tonsils aren't at 100%. They're a lot better than they were a couple days ago. Well, hey, baby Ambrose. Hey, Heather, Kathy, Lenora. Oh, no, I got my windows shut. I guess it kind of sounds like it's raining. A book based on last night? We'll see. That was a movie we were talking about last night. Books are stupid. I hate them. Morning, Susan. Hey, Patty. Hey, Ava. Hey, Roy. Give it just another second for everybody to show up here. And then we'll get started. I gave myself an easy day today. Alright, that's 5 minutes. So that's 5 minutes of Earl Father Hines live at the Grand Terrace Ballroom in Chicago's Great South Side. Yeah, it's a little bit more about Dirty Helen today. What I'm going to do today is just show you a few of the recent TikToks that I've put up. This is the TikTok Theater Day. It's one of the easiest tours for me to do. So here is one you might remember from a couple of weeks ago. Good refresher course. Sometimes even after I make these videos, I forget. What was the name of that place again? Like this one. Here on the 2100 block of North Hudson in the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago is a house that survived the Great Chicago Fire. Nestled among all of these brick houses is this wooden one known as the Bellinger House. Mr. Bellinger apparently saved it by dousing it with water and wet blankets and tearing up all the wooden sidewalk. The legend has it that when he ran out of water, he used a barrel of cider from his basement. That's usually said to be an urban legend, but it might be true. Now, we know that Bellinger was a real guy. He was a police officer in the 1850s, later a railroad detective, made the news quite a bit for ordinary police work, stuff like busting up robberies and breaking up fights between one-armed men and draft dodgers. The story about him using cider to save his house started circulating just about 3 days after the fire, very early on. In the 30s, it came out that his widow had denied it 20 years earlier, but at the same time, his brother-in-law said that it was all true. So the balance of evidence, I would say, is on it being true, and this house can now be yours for just over $2 million. All right, now, the last couple of days I've been doing a lot of stuff from Trinity and St. Paul's in New York. Don't want to repeat too much that was just on the tour the other night, but here's one. Perhaps the most famous mystery at Trinity Church in Manhattan is the mystery of Charlotte Temple. And towards the north end of the cemetery, there's a grave marked Charlotte Temple, which is not a real person so far as anyone knows. Charlotte Temple was a fictional character in a book called Charlotte Temple by Susanna Rowson. It tells the story of a young British girl who was seduced by a British officer and then abandoned pregnant in New York, where she dies of a broken heart, like Padme. For years, it was very common for people in New York to point out places where Charlotte Temple lived and died, though by all accounts she was a fictional character. But there is this grave marked Charlotte Temple at Trinity Church, and no one's really sure if anybody is buried there at all. They've even taken a look underneath. There are articles going back to about 1840 about it, which is probably when it was made. The church was being rebuilt in 1840. Some stonemason probably got bored and put down the epitaph, but there could always be more evidence out there to uncover someday. That's quite a rabbit hole you can fall down, the Charlotte Temple grave. They even went so far in 2008 they lifted up the stone to see if there was a vault underneath, but there was not. And, we often talk about the seventh grade effect at cemeteries. Trinity Church is not immune from that one. It's a little early in the morning for this one, but hey, it's the guy's name. Here at Trinity Church in Manhattan. Now, I've talked before about the seventh grade effect in cemeteries, wherein all these monuments to mortality and reminders of your own eventual death make names like Fanny and Johnson start to seem hilarious. It's just your inner seventh grader kicking in as a defense mechanism. I always tell people to just go with it. I don't want to get shadow banned for using banned words, so I'll just read this guy's epitaph while you all look at his name. Like as a shadow or the morning dew, my days are spent which were but few. But grieve not for me, dear friends, for it is in vain. Your loss, I hope, is my eternal gain. Seventh grade effect is in place everywhere. I don't know how well you could read that. No, Lynn, I still got it here. And good morning, happy Saturday to you too, Ginger. We got a couple of Rose Hill tours coming up. We got one coming up a week from today. Tickets are still available, but they're going pretty fast. There's a couple from Rose Hill. A number of the monuments at Graceland and Rose Hill cemeteries in Chicago were originally at the Old City Cemetery in Lincoln Park. One of those at Rose Hill was this haunting monument to Frances Pierce Stone. It was built by her husband, Horatio Odell Stone. He came to Chicago when it was a frontier town. One day he went back to his hometown in upstate New York and met Frances, who was a good 30 years younger than he was, but for some reason that just didn't make people flinch in those days. So she died of tuberculosis right after giving birth to their daughter, who herself died a few months later. This is the second version of the monument. According to one article from Horatio's lifetime, the first one was lost at sea. Now, eventually, Horatio went back to upstate New York and married again, and let's just say he got older, but his bride stayed the same age. But the last Mrs. Odell Stone outlived him by a good 30 years. She was remembered around the neighborhood as a very prim, proper old lady, though she did once host a party for Oscar Wilde. And a little bit more from Rose Hill. It's a quiet one. And alright, just this morning, about 20 minutes ago, I posted the brand new one, which is already doing pretty well. Let me see here. What is this up to? Yeah, it's already up to 1,600 views after like an hour or so. Here's the one I filmed just yesterday. Now, I love it when an epitaph tells you a little about somebody, and here at Town of Maine Cemetery in Park Ridge, Illinois, they've got a lot of those. Like, I found a gravestone from 2004 with a Modest Mouse lyric on it. But the best is Helen Cornelius Bowden, a Scrabble enthusiast, apparently also known as Dirty Helen. I love this. They put a Scrabble board on her gravestone with a lot of words to describe her, like realtor and skier. But the first word they came up with was dirty. Dirty Helen, R.I.P. All right, so that's just a sampling of what I've been up to the last week or so. These are good ones for me to do a work-from-home tour. So, all right, I'm trying to keep my throat nice and easy today, trying to let my tonsils heal. I don't know what the hell I did to them. But, all right, everybody, that's Dirty Helen, a great find from yesterday. Thanks a lot for joining me. I'm Adam from Mysterious Chicago Tours. Quick plug for the upcoming stuff. Tomorrow is Art Deco Chicago, a full-length tour. Thursday night, Johann Hawk, the Bluebeard serial killer of Chicago. A week from today, we're at Rose Hill Cemetery. And a week after that, it's Grave Robbing 101 in Lincoln Park. In-person tour tickets are available at adamchicago.com. So thanks a lot for stopping by, everybody. I'm Adam for Mysterious Chicago Tours. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day and stay spooky.